guys, it's me, Brandon, and today I'm going to tell you the Bible story of when God helped the Israelites defeat Jericho. This story can be found in Joshua 6, 1-27. The city gates of Jericho were securely fortified, and no one went in or out of the city. The Israelites were camped nearby. The Lord told Joshua, I have delivered Jericho to you. For 6 days march once around the city with all the armed men. Have 7 priests with ram's horns, trumpets lead the way. Then on the 7th day march around the city 7 times, with the priests blowing the trumpets. When they sound a long blast and the army shout, the walls of the city will collapse. Joshua instructed the priests to get the Ark of the Covenant ready and choose 7 to lead the way, carrying trumpets. He then gave orders for the priests with trumpets to set off around the city, followed by armed men. The priests set off, sounding their trumpets, but the army had orders to remain quiet. Priests carried the Ark of the Covenant around the city with an armed guard in front and behind it. After one circuit of the city, they all returned to the camp. The puzzled people of Jericho watched as the Israelites repeated their circuit around the city walls 6 days in a row. On the 7th day, they set off at daybreak and marched around the city walls 7 times. The 7 priests led the way blowing the ram's horn trumpets. Priests carrying the Ark of the Covenant with an armed guard in front and behind followed them. The people of Jericho watched as the priests and army marched around the city 7 times in a row. At the end of the 7th lap, when the priests sounded a long blast on their trumpets, Joshua commanded the army, Shout, for the Lord has given you the city. Only Rahab and her family are to be spared. No one is to take anything belonging to the people of Jericho, because it all belongs to the Lord. When the trumpets blasted and the army shouted, the walls of the city collapsed. The army charged in over the ruins and took the city. Joshua ordered the 2 spies to find Rahab's house, marked with a scarlet cord in the window, and led her and her family to safety. From that day on, they lived with the Israelites. The army was forbidden to loot anything they found in the city, as everything was devoted to God. They were warned that looting would bring trouble on them and the whole camp. The items made of gold, silver, bronze, and iron were carried out of the city and put in the treasury of the Lord. The city was then set on fire. News of this amazing victory soon spread, and people knew the Lord was with Joshua. In this story, we see how God wanted to strengthen Israel's faith before tearing down the walls of Jericho, by making them march around the city for 7 days. We also see how God was faithful in keeping Rahab and her family safe. Thanks to Rahab's faith, God protected her, and because of Israel's faith, the walls fell. Israel persevered and marched every time that God had told them to. The Bible says in Hebrews 6:11, and without faith it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists, and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him. God can do great wonders and miracles in your life if you have faith, so remember, believe in God and everything will be fine for you.